Good morning, everyone. Welcome again. Good morning, Loretta. James is Che. Hello. For the last day of the week. Hello, Seafers, Anubis. Richam, Karen, Bezalin, them. You guys are active. I like to see this for the Friday. Um, let's see what we're gonna have today. Another crazy New Year session. Good morning, Ed. Another crazy New Year session that we had yesterday. Just completely impossible to trade from 9:30 until pretty much the PM session. How has my week been? Really nice, to be honest. I cannot complain. First week after like coming back from the trip to Thailand, so it was nice to be around again. Good morning, Peter. So yeah, it was nice to be home already. Stream from home, trade from home. It was great. Um, I see you more every morning than I see my wife. I can be your wife from now on, Tom. But that's a good compliment. And yeah, that's a great compliment. Good morning, KV. Okay, let's start with the top-down analysis before the 3 a.m. open. Uh, let's see. We're gonna go through this like what we talked about this week. We mentioned like that we were trading inside this daily fair value gap here. We somewhat held, even though we traded below. But the key part here was the weekly, obviously, that we swept the weekly low plus weekly fair value gap. On the daily, we created a swing, C2, C3, sorry, C1, C2, C3, C4, now C5. I still feel bullish. Like the reaction from the weekly fair value gap, as I've been saying the whole week, has been amazing. The bullish reaction from it has been really great. Obviously, it seems like it's slowing down. Yesterday, like it took a little bit more time to go higher, even though we went. We just swept previous day high right now. The daily candle here seems to be having. I need to zoom crazy on it, but it has a devil's mark. Maybe it does it on MNQ. Make sure that you check it on the mini contract, not the micro. But we have a devil's mark here on the daily, and that's not good. If we want to keep going higher. Along this move, we have seen many times. I mean, not many, but we've seen it. That here, for example, we also had a devil's mark, and we didn't actually trade into the devil's mark. That's something weird, especially on the daily chart. I would say this is an exception. I guess it won't happen this time here. I don't think we are feeling that bullish, but it's something to be aware of that we have that was marked in the daily, and we already swept previous a high. Ideally, I'm still feeling bullish, so maybe just a move down to take out the devil's mark and then keep going higher for an all-time high. That would be great. And that would validate the idea of just moving from internal to external. Then when we reach the external, we can reevaluate and see if we are gonna have another move to internal or what NQ wants to do, basically. So I'm feeling bullish. I'm just feeling cautious. I would say no bias from the daily because of the devil's mark here. sweeping. We've swept already previous day high, so you know that I like to use previous day high as a draw, especially for London if we didn't take it yet. Good morning, yep. Are we bullish as fuck or what? Hey, being bullish as fuck has paid way more than just being bearish, to be honest, for the past month. 4 hour. Um, 4 hour. We have a 4 hour gap here. We bounce hard all of it. Fair value gap. Now we traded into a bearish fair value gap here. Fair value gap to the downside. Right before taking previous day high. That's previous day high. Previous day high. And that's one day David Smart. Cool. Um, but yeah, besides this, nothing on the 4 hour. Like we obviously tapped into the 4 hour gap 2 times already. We saw previous hour 4 hour high right at the um, at the fair value gap. One more, but the 4 hour, like there's no fair value gaps to the upside right here. The only one was that one, and we just have this one to the downside. Hourly, we have this huge hourly fair value gap that seems to be holding nice. We also had this one that we completely closed below, but we went into this one and we've reacted from it. Really hard to be honest. There's an with the 4 hour gap. There's an hourly gap also, so maybe you can expect a reaction lower, a little bit harder, like stronger. 15 minute. Could be choppy, yeah, completely, completely. Um, Let me check for the session highs and lows. That was obviously Asia high also. The previous day high was Asia high, right? Yeah. We have Asia low right here. I don't know why I'm feeling like we can have a move lower, to be honest. We have a swing also on the hourly, and also we swept previous 4 hour on like we are trading a C4, a C3 on the 4 hour, a C3 on the 1 hour right now. It is true that this candle speed didn't expand lower as you would expect it. I think I'm having neutral bias here because of like the different signs also to the downside, even though higher time frame like daily chart is bullish, but lower time frames seems to be like around bearish point of interest, like this fair value gap, the hour gap also. So I think I'm gonna just go with neutral bias, see what we get it at the open, see how the reaction from every swing high, swing low, PTRA develops, and then move from there. To be honest, Let's see. Okay. We just opened the 3 a.m. Check the stop map real quick. I just missed that one. Oh, okay. It also aligns with minus manipulation. So, yeah. Now we have a breaker block here on the 5 minute. But the thing is, we don't have. Yeah, right, Tom? I'm also leaning for more bearish than bullish. That aligns with HLO. With this, if I wanted to take this, but do I want to take this? That's the thing. We don't have swing on the 15, not swing on the hourly, so I guess I'm not gonna take this. Good morning, Andres. Wow, what reaction lower from NQ here. We now just swept this. That's on the 15. It has to be uh, on the hourly. It's the previous hourly low. It's a crude oil for a moment and gold for a moment. Good morning video. Crude oil, nothing. 30 minutes. Yeah, looks like, yeah, so true. Uh, the only thing I'm just doubting is that we also have this hourly fair value gap here. We just swept previous hourly low into the fair value gap. Mm, the 15-minute closed below this break here. And I don't know why it feels like it wants to bounce from here. Yeah. Oh, the reaction from it looks really, really strong. The contradiction to Bear's vibes could be that there's no point or interest downside, so let's just continue to buy side. I guess. I mean, yeah, we have a low, but yeah, there's not much. Like, RTI is dumping lower. CES, what is CES doing? Holding the fair value gap here. YMO's a fair value gap, breaker block. Crude oil, nothing. Where's midnight open? I want to check midnight. Oh, midnight. Reaction from the breaker here to the downside. Hard decision here. Something in me wants to take this breaker block on the 5 minute to the downside. Really. That's true. That's a good that's a good thing to say. Karen. Yeah. Investors we was ignoring the first hour, so that's what I'm doing to do. Let me check the lineup. But Kane. Um, no, he's not streaming today. It's gonna be Alex, Leo, and Bray for New York. Good morning, Alex. You look tired, too much work. Yeah, I've been working. I mean, if we want to go higher, it would be great that we create a breaker block here, to be honest. Oh, 5 minute, not much changing. It's not moving much. The 15. We had the drop at the open, but not much like following from. You had a good week, everyday win. Did we? Did we have a win every day? Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm curious. Did we take a trade every day? What is this doing? Good morning, Chris. If you start moving higher from here and I don't have a breaker block, I'm just gonna be mad. Ooh, what's that move on the 1 minute? Yeah, we need a sweep of that low if we really want to go higher from here. Uh, Again, you 15-minute open. What's your bias for the London session and how did you make that bias? Um, it's kind of neutral to be honest. Look, from the daily, I like it. Like I like to think that we are going higher based on the weekly fair value gap, the daily swing, um, targeting the external high here, so another all-time high. The thing is, obviously, we have a devil's mark on the daily chart, on the daily candle, meaning that the daily candle doesn't have uh, a week lower. So that's usually a bad sign if we want to keep going higher because it's weird to have a daily candle without no wick on one of the sides. So usually this, or we leave the daily candle like this, and then the next daily candle or the following one of the following daily candles moves lower to this devil's mark. I wouldn't dislike this because that way we are gonna have a fair value gap here on the daily, and that way we take out the two things: the daily devil's mark and the daily fair value gap. But we already took previous day high, so that's something like not good for longs, at least for the London session, because it's usually the draw liquidity that I like to use. On the 4 hour, there's not much. We tapped into a bearish fair value gap. So the thing is that I'm kind of neutral because like there's different things pointing out on both directions. And it's really hard when that happens, you know. So now the price action is looking good for a long. Like we swept previous hourly low here. The 1 minute is it looks like it's reacting from the hourly fair value gap that we have here. After sweeping the hourly previous hourly low. The thing is, I don't have a breaker here, man. So when it comes to the bias, I'm completely neutral and just flowing with what the market is doing. If it reacts from a bearish fair value gap, I'm gonna look for shorts and vice versa. Yeah. I know, Karen, but you have to for these things you have to check the mini contract. You cannot believe the micro. Always happens that if the mini has a devil's mark, usually the micro doesn't because of like the discrepancies between the two contracts. Let me remove a bit more lines here. It's just a mess of a chart right now. I went long, but I don't know how too long here. Expecting New York him to make the high of the week, then retrace 23% for the TGIF. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah. For me, as long as we create a week on the daily chart, it's gonna be sweet, you know. It's gonna happen the same thing as yesterday, where London started like moving higher like crazy, and um, I couldn't get an entry. I mean, using this as a breaker would be too crazy, right? 305, yeah, 305, 305. Let me check 305. Yeah, the thing is, we don't have a sweep here. Like this low didn't sweep this low, and we don't have a SMT also on any of the assets. And on the 15 minute, we don't have anything else on the 15 minute. Yeah, like I don't have anything for me to get into this. following my. I may have forgot or something. No. Uh, well, we tapped into one here to the downside. Yeah, looks like we're gonna go higher still. Sadly. Maybe we can select here a bit before the high. Yeah, that could be that could be it also, yeah. But for now, this thing looks like it's going for this high, the 110 high. None of these have a breaker block. YM does. We tapped into minus manipulation here. Tapped into the inverse fair value gap right here now. IVG. We have the 5 minute fair value gap here. If I wanted to long this, YM has a slightly better breaker block here. Slightly with a fair value gap line here. with the smooth highs here also. But I've never traded YM to be honest. YM has a four. Oh, that's true. Wow, that's huge. Thank you. I'm gonna give it a shot on the YM trade, brother, to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna get an entry here. Good morning, Rabbit Bullet. To be honest, YM doesn't look bad. We had the 4 hour gap, the hourly swing, the 4 hour sweep of the previous 4 hour low. At the same time, we took the 5 hour gap. Wow. Yeah, it's yesterday was just completely upside. Now that we're gonna confirm the fair value gap here on the 5 minute on YM, I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know if I'm gonna get an entry though. Confirming the fair value gap on the 5 minute here. I know, but I think it's worth a stop here. The risk 285 bucks on this. Like the whole setup looks really clean. The only thing for me is that I don't usually trade YM, so but the 4 hour gap, the previous hourly sweep, here's out 4 hour low. Looks good. It is true that we also have a 4 hour sweep here to the downside. So we are on a C3 to the downside on the 4 hour chart. Damn, not looking good. It's gonna be a quick one. Well, I prefer to be a quick one if it has to go to the stop loss, to be honest. Not gonna lie. There you go. The quickest 5 minute trade that I've taken in a while. Uh, we're not going higher. What a what a shitty price action we're gonna have today, to be honest. Yes, and Q. Friday price action. Yeah, I know. 10 minutes. NQ, what is NQ doing? Nah, it's just completely dying. Oh. Nah, it looks completely rangy. So sad that we're gonna have the last stream of the week like this. Wow. We got we got tricked into thinking that he was gonna go higher. What the fucking Q almost take profit, really? I was long women from Breaker Structure. Okay. What a wonderful PA we have. Hmm. Yeah, just fucking trash. I know, Andres, I know. Midnight open holding a brick wall, yep. Hash week, do you think so? I had a great week, to be honest, regardless of this losing trade that I took now. I mean, when it comes to London session, I know New York AM has been fucking dog shit. New York has been crazy shit. Complete seek and destroy for 3 hours, and then it moves to the direction that you want it to move. You know, you don't make shit look good. True. I've seen prettier shits than um New York for action. And now we are covering back this fucking thing. Jesus. What is this doing? Yeah, completely true. If you make money there in New York, you completely deserve that money. Shit. Still alive? You didn't take your your stop loss because you had it at the low, right? I didn't, bro. Like when I catch something during London, I just completely ignore New York. And New York these days is just easy to not get caught into anything weird. You just have to wait for the first hour or so. Like between 9:30 and 10:30, don't take anything. That way you can see 9:30 open and 10 a.m. open. And then you're gonna see what AM is doing. Because I can tell you this past few days, no trade has been shown between 9:30 and 10:30. Yeah, right. Same. Like for me, the past 2 weeks have been way better trading London session than New York. Exactly. Or you have the fucking perfect entry for that specific like move, or you're fucked. That's the thing, brother. Like obviously you can take something along like the move up, the move down, whatever, but you have to you have to have like the perfect entry, the perfect stop loss. It feels like you have to be like kind of lucky to actually make that trade happen, right? So sad. It's gonna go now. Yeah. It really wants to go for these highs, huh? And she gotta be Trump proof. Yeah. There you go, guys. Advice from someone that went from struggling to getting payout to actually getting three payouts in a couple, like in matter of like a couple weeks. Juno might be time to convert to support resistance. Yeah, because like there's no breakers anymore. We're not forming breakers. Back into the game and just got saved here. We have to look because yesterday I got three break-ins and a stop loss from the same type of breaker trades. Then it lunged, it went my direction for 200 points when I was doing a trade. That was during New York, right, Karen? Yeah, it's New York. Uh, New York doing New York things. To be honest, what a fucking bullshit to be watching this. And I don't usually say this, but this is just we should vote and see if we just leave NQ for a while and I start streaming Forza. I had the steering wheel here that I bought yesterday, and I've been playing Forza for a few hours yesterday, and it's really fun. I think it's gonna be way entertaining if we just get rid of the chart and I start playing. Really? Is Dax worse? It's like playing Snake on an old Nokia. Yeah, yeah, for real. What up, Ben? Here we are. Looking at this piece of shit. I actually took along on YM, bro, and it just completely fucked me up with this 4 hour gap here, the 4 hour sweep, the hourly possible swing like this candle was like a C3. I was feeling really positive about this trade, to be honest, with the smooth edges also higher, but I got wrecked. Oh yeah, 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 true. I know. I started seeing the same thing. I know. I was also leaning like a bit like short bias, but there was also signs for long, so I remained like neutral. Mm. It's making me sleep from disgust. I know, right? Uh, it was too good, right? We had like really great Juno went along again in YM. That's funny. I don't think so, brother. I'm not your bro. Yeah, I don't think so. I was saying that it was like too good, right? That we had so many days with great price action during London session. YM cursed. Yeah, I don't know why I even tried trading YM. This is like the sick brother of NQ and ES. About time they consolidate. Yeah, true. Right. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, I'm done with it. Shit, I want to find more here for now. See ya, Tom. You're doing a smart move here. Tom's smart one to leave the market here. Yeah, and we're gonna probably do this soon. I'm telling you guys. The movement's like gold. Yeah. Yeah, no. Good day for it. Good day. That's for sure. Start of Forza. Don't tease me. I wish I could do it, brother. It would be fucking fun. Yeah. Ciao, brother. Karen. Have a good day and have a good weekend. See you on Monday if you're around. Yeah, Len. I would prize, you know. But if you ended up green, brother, that's all it matters. Break even. Nice. Break even is a percentage on capital. Way better. Jesus Christ. And kid's gonna go for the high. Let's see. Let's see what happens at this high. We can still form something here for sure. Nice. Good job, Andres. Let's see if we get the high here. Yes. We can take it. We're gonna create a queue just until with like both ES and YM. This thing gonna keep going higher. Have to go big day today. Thanks, Juno. Thank you, Len. Have a good weekend. Yeah, I know, I know. It was a shame. It is what it is. That happens sometimes. Thank you, Andres. Oh, it's true. We're gonna see you on Tuesday because Monday is bank holiday. Nice. I'm still with you, bro. I'm not leaving without a profitable long. It's gonna be a hard day today, to be honest, to get it. Fuck weekend to get something. Anybody take something a bit more on that? It's Zion and Q. Ooh, 580, 580. Cannot short this. I somewhere when I short it, but I don't have a breaker block once more. Maybe I short, yes, if we can go low, if we keep going lower, to be honest. There's a breaker block on the 30 seconds. Ooh, true. Keep playing with us. Hard to execute anything here, to be honest. Yeah, I just want to see if we get a sweep here and we start moving lower, but doesn't look good. No, nothing's gonna happen here for an cube. I think it's just better to hop off, move with the loss on my back. Oh, and that's it. We had a great week. I mean, let me see. We see the we sweep the high and we start moving lower. We can still do something, but We haven't done a 15-minute farewell gap or anything. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off. There's nothing here, like nothing that I want to take, nothing that I can take. Ooh, Chris using Edgeful. Nice. Yeah, I think it's just gonna get better to start early. I'm not even gonna check in New York, to be honest. Just gonna wait for Tuesday and that's it. So yeah, it's gonna be, we're gonna call it a week for right here. We had a good week, good trades overall, good London session, and great streams. If anyone has any question, let me know. Share it. Don't forget that we're gonna have New York stream with Alex, Ray, and Leo starting at 8 a.m. So if you're gonna trade New York and need someone uh, to trade with, the boys are gonna be here. Thank you, Chris. Have a good weekend. See you Tuesday because Monday is gonna be bank holiday, so probably not. We're not gonna stream. Thank you, James. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you for joining every day. See you Tuesday. Thank you, guys. Bye.